If you would have told my 20-year-old self that one day I'd value heated seats, quiet highway cruising, and a factory warranty over a straight piped exhaust and a 3-inch drop, I would have told you that I wasn't a real car guy. Today I'm going to talk about how your viewpoint completely changes after you turn 30 years old in the car community. Okay, let's start with the under 30 era. This is the stage that is defined by pure, unfiltered emotion, and usually you're broke. Your priority is validation and performance. At 20-year-old, your car is your identity. You want it to be loud, you want it to be fast, and honestly, you just want everybody to see you and know that you're a car guy. And when you're in your 20s, the build style is just about compromise. You don't care that your back hurts because you got some cheap bucket seats off eBay. You're going to scrape over speed bumps and you're going to love every second of it, and you don't care to wear your knees out with that heavy clutch in daily traffic. You're going to ignore a check engine light for 6 months because you spent your entire paycheck on a set of wheels that you found on Marketplace. You are deeply immersed in the scene. Every single weekend you're at a car meet, you're at a takeover. All you want to prove is how your build is superior to everybody else's. Being a car enthusiast in your 20s is chaotic, it's loud, and it's completely impractical because that's also the purest form of enthusiasm because you're doing it out of raw passion. Then somewhere around 30, something starts to shift. It doesn't happen overnight, but a few realizations start to hit you. And then you realize that daily driving a race car is not cool, it's exhausting. Crawling into those cheap bucket seats after a 12-hour shift suddenly stops being fun. You're going to end up driving something that you borrowed from a family member that's a lot newer, and you're going to start appreciating how hard it is for a manufacturer to build a car that just works seamlessly every single time you get in it. And you stop seeing the OEM parts as boring and start seeing them as pretty well engineered. And then your goals start to shift. When you're under 30, you build a car for everyone else to see you in, for everyone else to notice you when you come down the street. Doesn't matter if you're 2 miles away, they can hear your car coming, they know it's you. But around the time you turn 30, you build or buy a car entirely for how it makes you feel behind the wheel, even when nobody else is watching. So what does it feel like to be a car guy over 30? It's no longer about peak horsepower. It's about how that power is delivered and how that car feels when you're going around the turns. Because you would rather have 400 horsepower that you can actually use on a windy road rather than 700 horsepower that you can only use for 2 seconds on the highway. And when you're in your 30s and you're building, the modifications become more surgical. Instead of eBay coilovers and straight pipes, you're now buying more expensive tires because of how they hug the road better in those turns, and doing preventative maintenance because in your 30s, it's no longer fun to be stuck on the side of the road when it's 90 degrees outside, waiting for your buddy to come give you water because your radiator's leaking. And restoring the factory paint feels more satisfying than putting on a wide body kit now because a clean and pristine build sounds better than a crackle tune and lowering springs. And then you start trading the late night meets and the takeovers for Sunday morning cars and coffee and just cruising the back road. Then you start to respect every car platform because you realize how much work goes into keeping these cars on the road. Besides the squatted trucks, because nobody cares about those. Being a car guy in your 20 builds your passion. And being one in your 30 just refines it. Neither one is better than the other. They're both necessary chapters in the exact same journey. If you're in your 20s right now, enjoy your loud pipes and the late night takeovers. And if you're in your 30s, I know you're enjoying the air conditioner and the quiet ride home. So where are you at in your car journey? Drop a comment below. I'd love to know what you had at 20 versus what you're driving now so I can see the evolution in everybody's vehicles.